Hey guys, the reviewer here, and this is a big day for me for a number of reasons. One, the biggest reason being today marks my 10th anniversary. I've been doing the reviewer for 10 years now. Wow. I didn't know, I honestly don't know what to say because I didn't think that I would reach this point, that I would hit a 10-year anniversary. I really didn't. Like, because I just started this thing back when I was 13. It's just a hobby. Like, it was just something I did for fun. But it was probably around the time when I graduated from high school when it became a thing. Like, it became a real thing. Like, because from 2009 to like 2013, it was just a hobby. I just did it for fun. But once I graduated in 2014, that was when I was like, I had full time, like I had nothing I had full time, a lot of time on my hands. So I did this. I kept doing the reviewer. So yeah, wow. That's something to think because I've started like when I was 13. I kind of cringe at my early videos because my early videos are. That's how it's like early videos. Like the strange thing, I can watch the ones when I was 13 because I don't know. I guess I don't know. There's something that like my voice doesn't annoy me in those ones, but it's the ones when I was turning 14 that I can't watch because I'm pretty sure I was going through puberty at that time, and you could clearly tell in my voice because I can't stand that. I can't stand 14-year-old John's voice in those videos. I can't stand that voice. Anyway, that's a randomly I kind of decided to do that. So I am doing a review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, this is a movie that I was really looking forward to because I'm a big fan of Quentin Tarantino. Because Quentin Tarantino had an influence on me since I was a very young age, and the reason that is because I saw Kill Bill Volume One when I was about 7 or 8, and like at the time, I really liked it. I thought it was a really cool movie. It was when I turned about 13, 14 when I like started to really realize like, wow, this movie's had a lot of impact on me because I think the films he did afterwards, I saw all of them in theaters besides Grindhouse. That was the only one I didn't because I was underage and I was 18A, so can't. So like I saw Inglorious Bastard when it came out in 2009. Loved it. It's I really love that movie. I saw Django. Love Django. That movie is great too because that one actually kind of I always kind of compare Django Unchained to like a version. I kind of compare it to Blazing Saddles. Like it's a very funny movie. It's very violent, very violent, which you'd expect for Quentin Tarantino. But also, it is very funny because there's a scene in it when the KKK come up. There are these like the worst done KKK hoods, and they all start bickering about their hoods, and it's a great scene anyway. So then yeah, and I saw that and saw Hateful Eight, and I love the Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight is an amazing work of art in my opinion. It's a masterpiece in every sense of the word. So there was, of course, a lot of anticipation for his ninth movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And let's kind of start with the elephant in the room. This is the first one that he did with Sony because while he was working on in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it started coming out that Harvey Weinstein, the person behind the now infamous Weinstein Company, is a creepy fuck. I don't usually swear like in my videos, but I just had to say it. He's a creepy fuck. Because just wow. But anyway, that's like so he was in a war to get the rights for this movie away from the Weinstein Company, and I think that is the best thing to do. And I know people criticized him for saying like he knew but didn't do anything. He regrets it. But that's the thing that the society seems to forget is that if you're seeing someone in a very like compromising position, you're gonna be like conflicted to be like, do I stay and just ignore the fact that the person I work with is a sleazy son of a bitch, or do I go and just keep doing movies and completely ignore the fact that they're just slime? And yeah, anyway, that's like a whole other thing. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's his ninth movie, taking place in the 1960s with Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Al Pacino. Holy crap! I could go on with the cast of this movie. Because the cast alone, of course, considering it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, is incredible. Like almost every person that has been in a Tarantino movie is in this movie. And it's one of my favorite movies of the year. Hell, I'll even go as far as say it's probably one of my favorite films of the decade because I love Quentin Tarantino, and this movie, it's not his usual type of film. I'm gonna give no bit of spoilers, but I'm not gonna say the details of what happens, but okay, I'll just say this. It doesn't feel like a Quentin Tarantino movie until like the last half is when it starts to feel like a Tarantino film. Because for the first half, like for a good two and a half, like a good 2 hours and like a half, it's a different type of Tarantino. It's a great movie. I'm not like, don't get me wrong, the acting's incredible. You have Leonardo DiCaprio as Rick Dalton, an actor who's an aging actor, realizing that yeah, I'm probably getting close to the end of my like run as an actor, and his stunt double Cliff Booth, who's going along for the ride and is a good friend to him, and like goes, yeah, well, maybe that's it then. Like maybe it's the end of our run. And Margot Robbie playing Sharon Tate, and the sad thing I say with this movie is that it's kind of a fairy tale. In that regard, what I mean is, yes, it's about the Mansons, but that's not the main focus. And that was kind of the thing that I could understand a lot of people kind of wincing a bit at this movie because, Tarantino. And yeah, because when I heard about it being about the Manson murders, I was going, okay, well, this is probably gonna be one of those movies of like, oh, it's a great movie, freaking bleak. But no, it's not really that bleak. I mean, it's dark. It doesn't really get like really dark until about like the 2 hour, like I think it's like literally around the 2 hour mark is when the switch, like the tonal shift happens, and it's the way it's done is beautiful. It's very well done. This movie is very well shot. The soundtrack's awesome because, well, 60s. You're gonna like this is one of those movies I feel that would be one of those ones like even if it had sucked, you'd be like, well, it's not a good movie. Soundtrack's awesome. It's not. It's an amazing film. It's one of my favorite films of the year. Like it's my number. I don't know. It's not my number one. My number one is Knives Out, and I'm gonna do a review of that, but I'm gonna hold off until it comes out on home video because I want to rewatch that movie again. But anyway, so that's like number. I think that's my number one for the year. Once Upon a Time Hollywood's number two, and Joker is my third favorite movie of the year. I have like 16 movies that like I did the list. I do that. This is my first few videos. Do split a couple first 5 videos or so are my list of movies of the year. But anyway, like this is a movie that it's very well made. The acting is incredible. The writing is, of course, is top notch because it's Tarantino. Like, I mean, this man knows how to write a script. And one of the things I loved about this movie was, one, it could have been like it would it would have been very easy to make this an exploitation movie. Like, it really would have been very easy to make an exploitation movie with the whole topic of the Manson murders. That, I'm gonna kind of sort of spoil the ending, not fully, but like, in this movie's universe, when the movie wraps up, Sharon Tate is still alive. Shannon Tate is still alive. Like, that's the thing I find kind of interesting, is because in reality, she was brutally murdered like her by Charles Manson's followers. He was brutally murdered by her. And the thing is that this movie very easily could have been exploitation. Like, it very easily could have been. Because originally the film was supposed to come out in like August. Originally it was supposed to come out on the anniversary of Shannon Tate's murder. Murder. And I kind of applaud them for not I kind of applaud them for not releasing it then. Because yeah, it would have made sense to okay, that's kind of interesting. Crap. Sorry if there was a bit of a quality change a bit, but I went to another tab. Actually, that kind of seemed to make it better anyway. But like, the thing is, like, they could have very easily had this been an exploitation movie. They easily could have done that. They don't. It's not an exploitation movie. It's got elements of a horror movie, like when like what I said, the tonal shift happens. There's a moment where this easily could have turned into a horror movie, like very easily. In fact, I know he hasn't ever done a horror movie, but I kind of want to see Quentin Tarantino do a horror movie. I feel like he'd be one of those ones to be like, he wouldn't be like, oh, jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, yeah, jump scare. Horror does not always need to be jump scares. Don't prove that perfectly well that you could do a horror movie without jump scares. Because anyway, I reviewed that back in that was like probably season 7 of the show. But anyway, like, this is a movie that I absolutely love. I went to it opening day, for God's sakes. Because I always have this thing of, I love going to movies, like, on the day they open. There's always something fun. There's always something fun about going to a movie the day it comes out. And this was one of those ones that I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be there, like, either opening weekend or opening day. And it didn't disappoint. Like, it's an amazing film. And I'm going to show you something that I think is really freaking cool. I love that when you buy it on Blu-ray, it has 2 covers. It has the poster they use, but then the poster you can get, and I'd love to get a copy of this poster. Like, I'd love to get a copy of this poster because this is a damn good poster. And this is the thing I think is kind of cool. When you look at the discs, not sure if it's gonna. Oh, gotcha. But I'm not gonna sure if it's gonna show up very well. Actually, it does show up well. It looks like a film reel. I'm like, okay, that is cool. That is genuinely cool because I'm gonna go into a little bit of a rant, but I kind of miss disc art. Like, I genuinely miss disc art because there's something like special to disc art. Because some movies like that have disc art. Yes, it's primitive. It's like not very. It's just like it looks like a film reel. But I think that's freaking cool. I wouldn't expect anything else from this. But like, that is so cool, and I feel like that's a lost art of disc art because a lot of them now are either blue disc, gray disc, or just blue or gray, and that to me always kind of like, it doesn't change my opinion of the film. Like, that I'm not that snobbish, but I always do have that, like, I miss disc art. Like, I love when disc art would actually, even if it's just a box art of the disc, even if it's just a box art of the movie and that's it. That's it. That's okay to me. I don't mind that. Like, that doesn't bother me. But anyway, I'm rambling. Anyway, so this is my 10th anniversary. I love that I'm still doing this. I hope to keep doing this in the 2020 and for as long as I can keep going on. Like, as long as I feel like I can keep this going on, I want to keep going on. Like, because this year, I didn't start the season until fairly late into the year. And I kind of did that mainly because around September, I started just sort of planning. It's like, okay, this is my, like, 12th season, 10 years. Like, I've been doing this for 10 years. I want to do something to make it special. Like, to make it special for me and to regain my love for what I do. And by that, I did those 3 lists of the top 10 games, top 10 movies, and top 10 shows, and spread it out over the course of 3 weeks. And while I was doing those videos, I started regaining the spark. Like, I started regaining the spark of the thing that made me realize why I love doing this show. And I hope I can keep this going on, like, as long as I can, like, because it's fun. It's genuinely fun. And I'm going to try to get back to, like, a bit of a. I'm not going to say I'm going to throw a schedule, because I'm one of those people, like, if I don't, like, do a certain amount, I feel like I'm letting myself down. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm letting myself down if I don't do a certain amount. Because one year I only did, like, 5, 6, like 6 or 7 or 8 episodes, and a part of me was like, okay, well, shorter season. But another part of me was like, I could have done more. I could have done a lot more. But anyway, like, just thank you to anyone who's watched any of my videos over the past 10 years, whether it be the YouTube era videos, which are they range in quality. I'll say that they range in quality because back then when I was doing them on YouTube from 2009 to 2011, I didn't have a style, or at least not a definitive style. I guess, like, I knew what I wanted to do with it, but I didn't have it, like, I didn't really gain, like, okay, that's the reviewer. Like, that's my personality for the reviewer. And the thing is that I really enjoy doing this show because it's one of the most fun things I've done in my life. And I really enjoy it. So if you've watched any of the videos, even if it's just a minute, even if it's like, even if you don't watch the full video, I thank you so much for just giving me a view, just giving me a try to watch. And if there are people who have, like, watched the videos, like, all the way through, thank you so much. That means the world to me. Because the reason that I left doing it on YouTube was because I felt like I was kind of starting to hit the end of my rope. The end of my work, I felt like I was trying to hit when I got around to the end of 2011. I started having this bit of an existential sort of crisis of sort of, do I want to continue doing this? I mean, I've been doing it for 2 years at that point. Do I want to keep going? And there had been a brief time where I almost considered just ending the thing, just ending this whole thing, and this video wouldn't even be happening. This video wouldn't even be happening. I wouldn't have done 10. I don't. God knows how many videos I've done. I've done shit, like, there was one year I did 100 videos. Right, I was not, like, in the span of a month. I didn't kill myself in terms of work. I spread it out over the course of a year. I did 100 videos in 1 year, and I'm still blown away by that. Like, just saying I did 100 videos in 1 year is an impressive feat in any regard. But, like, anyway, I'm rambling. But, like, thank you for watching. Thank you for any of the shares, whatever. Just thank you so much. the reviewer signing out, and thank you.